Hi, I'm registered dietitian Jacqueline Gomes. February is American Heart Month, and there's no better time to celebrate vegetables than now. I would say one of the most common food-related questions I get at the store is how to prepare a winter squash. With its super tough exterior and very questionable interior, it's hard to know what to do with these guys. What I have here is a spaghetti squash, and I'm going to show you how really easy it is to prepare these. Spaghetti squash has a very high water content, so you don't want to overcook them, otherwise you'll end up with kind of like a soggy mess on the inside. It's very neutral in flavor. It'll pretty much take on whatever flavors you add to it, whether it's tomato sauce or a pesto or sauteed onions and peppers. You can kind of do whatever you like with it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create little vents by puncturing it with a knife. You can use a fork as well, and you just want to do that all over, same way you would do with a baked potato so that it doesn't explode. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in the microwave for 5 minutes on each side. Okay, so I've taken our spaghetti squash out of the microwave. It's a little warm, so I'm still gonna use my glove to cut through. The first thing I'm gonna do is cut the stem off. Set that aside, then turn, and we're gonna cut right down the middle. Yeah, it's still a little tough. There we go. Okay, so there we go. And inside you can see the seeds, so we're going to remove those and then scrape our strands out. So the first thing I like to do is just take a small paring knife and cut around the seed area. Makes it a little bit easier for the seeds to come out. Then just take a spoon, and just like you would a pumpkin, really, it's kind of the same thing. They're both squash. You're going to take all of your seeds out onto your cutting board, and they kind of all come out more or less at the same time, I think. Just like that. A couple remaining, you can just take a fork and twist those out. Great, so now all of our seeds are taken out. Just gonna set that one aside. Now here's where the magic happens, this miraculous spaghetti squash that we're calling. So when you scrape it with your fork, essentially what you'll start to see are all these strands starting to come out that look like spaghetti. I think it closely resembles a angel hair pasta. And what you'll do is you'll just continue to scrape until all the strands have come out, just like this. All right, I'm gonna take my bowl. I've got some already taken out here. As you can see, all of the strands came out beautifully. So now you know what's inside of spaghetti squash. So what are we gonna top this with? As I mentioned earlier, spaghetti squash is pretty neutral in flavor, so it's going to take on whatever flavor you put on it. So I'm just gonna plate some of my squash here. Okay, and earlier I prepared a bean, tomato, and pesto sauce, which you'll be able to see the recipe on our website. In honor of American Heart Month, of course, we know that beans are super healthy for our heart, high in fiber, iron, and protein. And there we go. That's it, guys. Super easy, healthy, can be prepared in advance if you like. So, happy American Heart Month and enjoy.